Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Hey, they just hit 100, so it's time they get some out. Hey, yeah, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah. Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah. Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show.
Yes, it really is 2:08 Pacific Daylight Time. Yes, we really are doing a show when all of America's awake right now.
Oh.
So
It's
like I said, enjoy the gift. As
Indeed.
It's a whole lot of yeeting going on in this 337th edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show, as Mizzle is showing off his newest thing, which I gotta go get my damn self because I need a yeet shirt in my life. But
And the OTC shirt arrived yesterday.
Good afternoon. Great day to be a Giant. The Giants take 2 of 3 from the Cubs. Just got done with the win, beating the Cubs by a final score of 3-1. Robbie Ray continues to come back to his old Cy Young form as he got the win again today, as he was very, very good. Stopping a very good Cubs offense, holding them to just 1 run. And you kind of got skeptical because what the Giants did last night in that 11th inning, scoring 9 runs, and you're thinking, crap, they might have left all the runs in the 11th inning, but they got just enough to hold. It was very, very windy in Chicago. I mean, the winds were really, really swirling off the shores of Lake Michigan, which normally in a very hitter-friendly ballpark like Wrigley Field is, normally the wind kind of helps you, but I mean, the ball just, once you got up in the air, the ball just died. And most balls that you normally would barrel in the friendly confines would normally go on to Sheffield Street or Waveland Avenue, but Giants got just enough. Take 2 of 3, have a day off tomorrow, and then they will spend the weekend in the Twin Cities against the Twins. So we have some Bay Area and Twin Cities stuff going on this weekend. As of course the
Warriors and the Wolves.
As of course the Warriors won Game 1 last night, although it fortunately cost them Wardell. He'll be re-evaluated in a week but the good news is it was only a grade 1 hamstring strain. But for those that have,
so at worst he'll be back Game 4.
At worst, yes.
At worst, but you know what? Like we said,
they got the job done.
They stole one.
They stole one.
That's all that was needed, just like they did in Houston.
When Draymond Green is hitting more than 3 3-pointers,
right?
Something is going on in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Right.
But again, Buddy Hield coming off the great Game 7, had 24 last night to help lead the way. Jimmy almost messed around and got one. And of course, the more Minnesota booed Jimmy, the more just seemed to just fire Jimmy Butler up.
Right.
I know he left Minnesota. Well, I mean, he basically did not like what was going on in Minnesota. Basically said, I want out. And I mean, fans don't forget that. But I mean, it's again, we always talked about
when he mentions the teams, he never mentions Minnesota. He always talks about Chicago, Philly, Miami. And now Golden State. He does not mention Minnesota at all. So it was some bad blood there. Yeah.
But he did give one of the best sound bites on the TNT interview when he said, how's the Bill doing without Batman? He says, the game's a lot easier when Batman's there.
Where's the lie?
Hey, none detected. But however, as good as the Warriors were there last night, the defense again was very stout. Minnesota could not hit the other side of the barn from beyond the arc at all.
And it took Ant-Man to the second half to get going. Matter of fact, the fourth quarter even maybe to get going as well.
Yeah. Which, I mean, his coach did call him out on it. But he said, still be the same aggressor, but I need to step up. But again, this is...
Did the sitting at home, the layoff, did you think they looked a little rusty? They didn't look like the team that were playing the Lakers.
Yeah.
And then given the Warriors had, 2 days coming off Game 7 or a day? Two days, right? Yeah. 2 days.
24 hours. I mean, really, the flight from Houston, they get there.
Yeah.
So I mean, not even 24 hours to really rest, and then they come in and
So understandable. Curry with the hamstring, mean he didn't stretch that much. So it's good. Like I said, they took one. Good job to rest him. Hell, the team can still damn near win game 2, especially if Buddy Hill plays the way he's been playing. Jimmy's going to show up because now it's really time to activate Jimmy. It's really time for him to damn near get that. He has not had a 30-point game performance in the playoffs yet, has he?
No.
It's coming.
But we know it's capable of coming for sure.
Yeah, it could be game 2.
Yeah, it could be. But give me some more play with Pat Spencer, please.
The hook shot?
Every time Pat Spencer comes in, he gives this team good minutes, and he can shoot the ball too. Don't get it twisted. I mean, he might not have Wardell's range, but the man can give you 12 to 15 if you give him some good play. And
yes, they did, Zelly. They stole one. That's all they needed to do. Let Wardell rest. I mean, game 3 would be nice, but if they can come home, have that home crowd cooking, willing to win. I just need Kuminga to get out whatever rut he's in because he just looks lost on the court. I don't know if the doghouse has put him in some kind of headspace, but it takes him a while to get going.
I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I really don't because but also it's like, well, really, yes, a player's mentality. You always got to be ready at all times, and you got to be mentally prepared and mentally ready. Because you don't know when your number is called.
Yeah.
Which is why I love Pat Spencer because again, Pat Spencer, he could be sitting the whole damn game and he gets in and he comes in and gives some productive minutes.
Great energy too. Great energy.
Same with Guy Santos.
Yes.
Those guys.
He's had his opportunity when Butler, Zelly. He had an opportunity when Butler went down. He didn't take advantage of it. The other kids are playing good. Santos is playing good. Post is coming in playing good.
Yeah.
We definitely need him. Don't get me wrong. We need him. It's strength in numbers right now, especially with Curry being down.
Yeah, right now it literally is all hands on deck for the Warriors. Certainly for the next 2 games. But like I said, you wanted to leave at least one. At worst, you wanted to come back to chasing her with a 1-1 tie.
1-1.
And you did that. Now, yes.
That was huge.
I mean, would you like for them to go up 2 games to none? Absolutely.
Hell yes.
But
because then you can even rest Wardell game 3. If they win game 2, you definitely rest him game 3, and you let him come back super fresh for game 4.
But you expect Minnesota to come back all cylinders firing on Thursday. So
Ant-Man ain't gonna have another game like that. Yeah. It's gonna be. Don't be shocked if the Warriors get blown out. Just don't be shocked.
Yeah, don't be shocked.
Do I want it? Hell no. I would love them to go 2-0. But Jimmy's gonna come to show up. But it just seems like it's going to be that way. Or it could be like how the Pacers are up 2 games to none on the Cavs.
Speaking of 2-0, the Indiana Pacers stealing one from the Cavaliers last night.
Oh, stealing one last night, yeah. But Halliburton, how do you not box out the shooter? That's the first thing they teach you on free throw line etiquette. You box out the shooter.
Well, not just that. Get a hand in his face because he's going for the win. Like, what are you doing giving him space to shoot that game-winning three-pointer from the top of the key in your face? But again, as I said last night.
Oh, he got all of that. Whoo! It is now 5-4 in West Sacramento.
That's a big boy.
And he got all of that. Oh, man.
Oh, no wonder. Roddy Tellez, he's a local kid, so he's back home. Makes sense. Oh. Okay, I've been saying this for years. You never throw a ball down and into a lefty. That's their sweet spot.
Their wheelhouse. That's the wheelhouse.
That's where they get full extension.
Ladies and gentlemen, we call that
not full extension.
We call that a no doubter because once it left his back, he knew it was gone.
And there's the Aquaman Trident.
As Zelly says, Draymond would have to average 10 to 15 points with Rudy guarding him. Look, Even Quentin Post can get 10 points because he can shoot the three, which will make because Gobert's not coming out the key. He's gonna try to stay down low so he can get the rebounds. So you got to force him to get out the key to clear the space for Butler, for Hill, for GP2 Pods.
If you're hitting your perimeter shots, then the center has to come out.
Yes,
if it comes out. That's where. No, unfortunately, Zelly, I'm working on Saturday. Like, if y'all give me for future reference, which I don't mind doing these games, but if you guys give me like a month radius to where I can put in for time off because your boy's working 2 jobs right now. So, I mean, I would love to do these games, but you gotta let me know ahead of time. It's not. If I was at my old job, it'd be a different story. Okay, next year for sure, but just let me know ahead of time, and then I can ask for time off and be like, you know what?
Same. I'll damn near try to get out there to call the damn game. Shit, just give me some time to plan for it.
As much as I would love to, now your boy's working this Saturday, which means unfortunately I'll be missing Backlash. I'll just have to watch the replay whenever.
Same. I'll be watching replay too because I'll be working
whenever I get a day off. But yeah, it's 5-4 A's in Sacramento. The Mets are up 1-0 in the 7th on the Diamondbacks. They just started in Miami. It is scoreless between the team in blue and the Miami Marlins. And then earlier today, as we'll get back to the playoffs, it could be a sweep, to be honest.
Yeah, the way taking 2 in Indy. I mean, in Cleveland. Now having to go play 2 in Indy.
Yeah,
it could be, or it could be a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
Hell, if you didn't see the last show that we did, I hit the Knicks in 6. What you think about that, Zelly? Knicks, like the Knicks have nothing to fear playing the Celtics now. They took their best punch in the mouth and they came back and won the game.
You were down 20. You were down 20.
You took the punch in the mouth, and you made sure to come back and win it. That's what I was scared it does. I'm like, don't be that team. Don't do that.
Now, I will say this in regards to the Pacers and the Cavaliers. And this is just me being truthful. The Pacers should have won that game because the Cavaliers did not have Evan Mobley, who was your Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
They did not have.
Oh, so you're not giving it to Draymond?
No. Evan Mobley already won the award. It's been.
So Draymond, I didn't get that alert. Okay.
No, Draymond finished in 3rd, but he offered congratulations to the people that finished, to Mobley and the person that finished in 2nd place. But you didn't have you didn't have your Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley. You didn't have your key reserve, DeAndre Hunter. You didn't have Darius Garland, and Darius Garland has missed his 4th straight game. So,
well, that's bad.
I'm not taking anything away from the Pacers stealing the game because they stole it, they won it, they earned it. But they should have won with the Cavaliers not having 3 of their top players playing in this game. Now, again, not making excuses for the Cavaliers. You play with what you have. Same with the Warriors. I can't worry about Curry not being there. I have to play with what I have. Now, with that said, keep this in mind, folks. The Indiana Pacers were in the Eastern Conference Finals last season.
This is true.
And even though they got swept by the Celtics, Boston had to earn all 4 of those wins because Indiana did not and would not quit.
Well, they don't.
Okay. Rick Carlisle is a championship head coach. Won a championship with the Mavericks in 2011. Rick Carlisle has been a good coach for a very long time in this league. So he knows what it takes to get there. He knows what it takes to win one. So Indiana doing this, which is not shocking. I think, truthfully speaking, I think the Pacers have been flying under the radar most of the year because
I agree with that.
Because, as I said, they were a quiet 50-win team this season. So, I mean, Nembhard, Siakam, who I know Mizzle cannot stand from his days with the Raptors, talking about one Siakam. They very well could. Again,
Deli in the chat says he has the Pacers going to the hell.
You know what?
It could give me Knicks and Pacers. Give me Knicks and
You
Pacers.
knew where I was going.
That's what I was going
You
to.
knew where I was going because I was going to say you want to talk. You knew where I was going because I was going to say you want to talk about 90s basketball. It would be so 1990s if it's a Knicks Pacers conference final like it was in '94.
Rick Smith?
Yes. Smith's going up against Ewing, John Starks and Reggie Miller trash talking.
Yes.
Oakley and Dale Davis going back and forth.
Yes.
Larry Brown against Pat Riley. Folks.
And wasn't Larry Legend one of the general manager?
That was when they faced the
Celtics.
The Lakers.
Okay.
Larry was still being clear and retired. He didn't come to
Prodigy. I'll take it. That would be fun.
That would be a lot of blue and gold.
Hey. Well, we're gold-blooded, damn it. So
no, Cleveland is not dead, but however.
No, we're just saying the way that they're playing right now, and they're going to Indy up down 0-2. They will want to steal one. Or they might want to try to get two.
Okay, I'll say it like this. Again, Cleveland not having their top three other players in their rotation sucks. However, where am I at? Hold on. Okay. With a minute 6 to go.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, see. By the way, the Mets are up 2-0 in the 7th on the Diamondbacks. Okay, but
Cuz went there.
With 90 seconds left in the game, you're up 6. 114 to 108. Okay. Then with 57.1 seconds left, you're up 119 to 112. So you're up 7 under a minute to go. And you don't score again for the rest of the game. The Pacers close it out by scoring 8. Now, you talking about boxing out. Okay.
Got to. That's
how in the hell you do not box out Aaron Naismith for that putback dunk after that free throw to get you within 5.
I don't know.
I don't know if the Steelers are on crack, Zelly, but apparently
the writing was on the wall.
George Pickens must have did something to get in Tomlin's doghouse to where you know what, you got to go.
Well, the writing was on the wall when it got DK because
that too, that as well.
But as we were talking to one of our favorite Cowboy fans, because I only have a few.
Yes.
I agree with what Mr. Vera says. That locker room has to get him on point. As I said to Mad Sticks earlier this morning, like Dakota has no more excuses. Beefed up O-line. I don't know about their running game, but they're pretty good at wide receiver now. And you went and got your O-line. Defense, you signed Michael Parsons. The defense should be good. There's no excuses. A lot of Cowboy fans say that he won't get it done either. But there's no excuses for him.
Real quickly, and I really have to say this on the air. Some fans really get on my nerves. Okay. For those that think Jimmy Butler is struggling, stop looking at the damn box score.
Who said he's struggling?
Certain fans. The box score does not dictate how he impacts the game.
Do you know his defense?
Not just that. Okay.
Rebounding?
Some people will say when he goes to the lane and doesn't take the shot because he backs out because he's trying to get a teammate a better shot. If you've not watched Jimmy Butler play basketball his whole damn career, that's what he does.
He is team first. He's not a shoot first player.
Okay.
He's never been.
Because, like I said, there are certain fans that think that's silly. They're not watching the game. Like, people give Draymond credit because Draymond gets 8, 4, 7, and 6. I'm like, but do you not know how he impacts the game? Stop looking at the goddamn box score. It's all about affecting the game. It's about getting
what he does.
It's about getting your teammates a better shot.
Yes.
Now, yes, he
can
go.
Now, let's say this: do you think Steph Curry does not set his teams up, his teammates up?
Go back to Game 7 in Houston. He did not score till damn near late in the first half because Buddy was cooking.
But what was he
feeding
doing?
Buddy? He was feeding Buddy.
The same thing he would have done if Klay Thompson had a heater, or if Kevin Durant was having a heater, or if Jimmy Butler was having a heater. Jimmy Butler is a team player. I know they call him as a forward, but he's really a point forward. He sets his teammates up just like Wardell does. He doesn't, and that's a good thing that he rather does that because, like I said, Jimmy ain't even had a 30-point playoff series yet.
No.
And we know what playoff Jimmy does.
He doesn't need to score 30+ to impact the game.
Just get the rebounds, play good defense, and facilitate.
Okay.
But now we need him to be Batman. Okay. We need him to.
Yeah.
Now he is Batman.
Now he has to transform from Robin into Nightwing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
While Batman is nursing up, he's now got to become Nightwing. He now has to go from Boy Wonder to Nightwing. Which he's very okay, folks.
And now
he single-handedly took the Miami Heat to 2 finals. Almost like how single-handedly Dwayne Wade won them the title in 2006. Now, yes, he had his teammates. Yes, he had Bam for both runs. Hear what I'm saying. That man was, in a sense, their best offensive scorer that he took to the finals twice.
He was everything, bro. Don't downplay what Jimmy was.
No, I'm not downplaying, but
he was everything. Everything for that team.
Especially in 2020.
Yes.
Especially in 2020. Because that team had no business getting to the finals in 2020.
Nope.
Hell, they had no business getting there in 2023.
Hello.
And that's another key point. People forget the Warriors have been one of the top benches all season long. That is not changed.
But what have we said? Earlier in the year, when they were closing out, it was like, oh, Steve Kerr giving them young men, the young guys some run. I was like, oh, that's going to play dividends in the playoffs. That's going to be huge because now they got the feel. Then they got some, or even in the play-in. They got running the play-in.
Don't forget, Moses Moody has had a 20-point game in these playoffs.
Thank you. Pazinski.
Pods had 26 in Game 4 against Houston.
We don't win without some of his gameplay.
But again, as we say, and it's on our shirt in our merch shop, what do we know?
What the hell do we know?
I mean, everybody want to look. Which, by the way, there you go. There's a link to go get your Mizzle and Dub merch, along with family collaboration merch, Ace NFL merch, Other Side of the Ball merch, 17 KD merch. Which, by the way, all 17 KD sellings go to 17 KD himself. It does not go to the Mizzle and Dub show. It goes to that young man who has done a whole lot of music for this show. But as Zelly said, I'm trying to bring it up here. He says, and the best defense. Wait, we hold the mother effers under 100 points. Who else is doing that? They won't. They won't.
You know, Zelly. Hey, just let Charles Barkley continue to guarantee the Warriors losing, and I'm happy with that.
But again, they held the Rockets to what, 89 in Game 7. They held the T-Wolves to 88 last night. So I mean, heck. But I mean,
put some respect on that defense, though, right? And wait, an unsung hero too, Kevon Looney, which is not shocking to me and you, but Kevon Looney, his defense, not just him rebounding, his defense.
Like I said, he may not get a statue like Clay, Steph, and Draymond will.
No, but we
I
recognize
guarantee you, the day he retires or they welcome him back for some kind of reunion, Kevon Looney will get a big ovation from Dub Nation because we know what he has meant to this team. Okay, and again, I go back to 2022. How many key rebounds and key loose buckets Kevon Looney has made?
Watch him in Game 7, cuz, and watch him in Game 1. I'm talking about when it's on the line. I can trust Kevon Looney to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Probably just as much as Draymond on Sagoon.
Now, yes, Looney needs to sometimes just dunk the damn ball, but
well, we know he got butterfinger.
But
we know he has
when you need true. But damn it, when you need him, he's there.
100%. Agreed. I do not disagree with that. Kevon Looney has also been a quiet hero of this team.
Well, again, I'm not expecting Rudy Gobert to put up a 2020 game like he did against the Lakers.
He might get one. He might have that game. It could be game
but Rudy's not a scorer is probably what I'm saying.
No.
Because he was not that in Utah.
Hell no.
He dang sure is not that in Minnesota.
And I do agree with you, Zelly. Loon can eliminate Rudy with his defense. He just slides his feet so well. Okay, hey, Andrew comes in on a W and not an L. But I agree. Game 4, you know, it would be nice if the Dubs can take Game 2, which I think they can. They're capable of it. Now, like we said, Jimmy has to turn into
playoff Jimmy.
My brother said
Nightwing. Yes, he's got to go from Boy Wonder to Nightwing. Yes,
and then Buddy Hield needs to become Red Hood. Okay, just stay the villain. Continue to be the villain that he is. Just knocking down the threes, playing good defense.
But you know what? I'll tell you what though, the comic shtick between Buddy and Jimmy is quite hilarious,
bro. I love it. It's like they're brothers, and Jimmy's like the big brother, and Buddy's the little brother, just being annoying as fuck. And while we're talking about that, did you hear that Buddy Hield blamed Jimmy for having on the proper shorts? Oh man!
Which it was funny that, but it was funny that Buddy did come out of the wrong goggles.
And it took him what? At least about 3 to 4 minutes to figure out that he didn't have a proper uniform.
That was funny. That was funny. That was real funny.
I wonder if him doing too many deadlifts in the weight room is causing Curry to have. No, I don't think so. I think having to play within 24 hours, flying from Houston to Minnesota, probably didn't stretch all the way properly. And get out there.
But just looking at it, the way he was grabbing it didn't feel like it was a real bad pull, because the man
tightened up on him.
The man scored with the running bucket before he went out the game.
And he did a step back 3 too. So I think the Warriors just pulled him out for precaution because they want him for the long run.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think if the Warriors lose the game 1, I think he probably would try to give it a go in game 2. But given that they stole one, which they needed, as we said, boom, let them rest game 2. I would say make them active per se for game 3. But if there's no need to play them, don't play them, and then unleash them on game 4.
Andrew, I really don't know what's going on with the Red Sox. I really don't know because they are so hell bent on not wanting to put Rafael Devers at first base. He so wants to be a DH. I don't know. With the Red Sox, you never know. But then again, a lot of people are not paying attention to the Red Sox because right now the focus is on the dang Boston Celtics, and they might go down 2-0 tonight.
You know what I said already?
I know.
As Zelly said, no, sir, it's not the weight room. I box squat a lot, and I pulled my hamstring cut. Yep, I remember when you told me he wasn't playing that game. Yep.
I mean, look at it this way. And Kobe Bean Bryant said this himself when he tore his Achilles. He said, "It's a move I've done thousands of times. It's just my Achilles gave out. sometimes the move you do the most is where you get the oblique or the hamstring or whatever.
And yes, cousin, if they win game 2, he definitely sits game 3. Definitely.
Well, again, according to reports, game one, a strain 1, a grade 1 hamstring strain, which again, when it comes to hamstring, the only thing you can do is rest it.
Yep. Let it heal on its own.
It has to heal on its own. Now, like I said, if it's a tear, different story. You're out for the season.
And then we're really fucked.
Yeah. So a grade 1, which is the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Like I said, like Steve Kerr knew. Steve Kerr, the minute they found out that he was not coming back for game 1, I guarantee you, Steve Kerr was already preparing for game 2 without him.
Oh well, in the presser, he already said they were prepared to play without him, even before they got the MRI. So they knew taking that.
So the coaching staff was already preparing for game 2.
Especially when they got the W, they were like, "Yep, we're not. You're sitting." Okay. I believe it was instantly announced the moment that they won. Yep, you're not playing. Sit down. We're not gonna risk it. So I don't see Buddy Hield cooling down, bro. I think this might. Remember how when Iguodala went on that run, where the threes he was making, his defense was just. I think that Buddy Hield. Oh shit, he roped that shit. And that's a fair ball. I think he's gonna fill in that role of how Iguodala was, but Buddy Hield's a little more better at the jump shot than Iguodala was, but his defense was spectacular.
Now I'm just gonna say this: if Curry didn't go down, Curry was about to have one of those Curry games because he had 13 points. He had 13 points in his 13 minutes. Now, this just goes to show you how much Curry cares because now I'm reading an article from NBC Sports Bear where Curry didn't even say a word. Curry was crying in the locker room because he wanted to be out there, and Steve Kerr didn't say anything. And he just went up to his leader and hugged him. And this is from Steve Kerr. He says, "That's all I could do. I just feel so bad for him. Everything that he does, how much he cares." So. Again, no one in the team said anything to him. They didn't have to.
They picked him up.
Yeah,
they literally picked him up.
Yeah.
They're giving me that feeling again, bro. And pretty much every time when I say I get this feeling, the team goes where they need to go, and we're on the phone celebrating. Jimmy is going to will this team to a W. So I would not be shocked if game 2 they eke it out, or either the Warriors going to eke out a win, or it's going to be a flat out blowout. That's how it's going to go.
If somehow the Warriors go back to chase up 2, game 3 on Friday. You want to see full-fledged Dub Nation in full force? I'm sorry. Game 3 is on Saturday.
Yes.
I'm sorry. If they just happen to be up 4 games, 2 games to none. Now, because keep this in mind, Minnesota only had 1 more win than the Warriors. And the Warriors and the Warriors won the season series against Minnesota. Just remember that, okay?
The regular season, yes.
So I'm just telling you. No, we expect Anthony Edwards to be AE. We're expecting that. He's not gonna have a game like he had in game 1. It's not. Plus, like I said, I think they were rusty. The layoff kind of looked like they had a good, nice little break. And the Warriors just came off a good game 7. He's not gonna shoot 9 for 22 like he did in game 1.
But make sure his other supporting cast does not get off.
Yeah.
Let him get his.
Yeah.
But make sure that nobody else around him plays as good as him.
You don't want McDaniels to get off. You don't want DiVincenzo off the bench, who can get very hot
And
at
he
times.
can get hot at any moment, and we do
Yeah.
know this because he was part of the organization.
Okay.
So,
Now,
who was the guy that got hurt? Is he coming back?
I don't know, but at the same time,
Michael, what's
no,
happening?
Michael. But at the same time, you can't let Nas Reed get hot because Nas Reed can carry.
Was that the one that got hurt? I think he got hurt.
Nas Reed, really?
Was it not? Yeah, because I think remember he was the one that dived on the sideline. Was that Nas Reed?
I only got to watch the first half. I didn't
think Nas Reed might be hurt as well. I don't think I think his injury was because he didn't come back and play the rest of the game either.
Ooh, interesting.
So that could be a blow. I'm pretty sure we'll hear about more of the game later on today. But don't let the Dubs go 2 games to none without Wardell, and he's getting some rest. And then you could possibly bring him back for a put out to close it out.
Well, not going that. Here's the thing, folks. I think the Warriors have extra motivation because for the first time in a long time, they're not favored in the playoff series.
Were they not favored in their championship run? All the championships, I don't think they were the favorite in any of the series, right?
Not in the finals. I know
they never picked them to win each final that they won. Even when KD was on the squad, they never picked them to win the final.
Oh well.
Which I love all day.
Well, I mean, goes without saying.
What up, Brian? How's it going? Thanks for chiming in.
But I will say this though, they don't want that. They don't want that. But I'm just gonna let them. Hey, I'll just let them about the material.
When I put off what Zilly just said, don't let us get into the finals. You will see in my quote, "Gold-blooded. They know what to do." And now you got a motivated Jimmy Butler who got his joy back of playing basketball. The camaraderie he got with this squad opened up arms. I mean, anybody that's came to this franchise, they understand. You're gonna be welcomed. Just go out there and do your job.
Yeah, but
that's all they ask.
But also just understand, this is 30's team.
Hey, 100%.
We follow 30's lead.
Exactly.
But be you.
Exactly.
All right. It is 4-0 Mets in the top of the 8th in the desert. It is still 5-4 A's in Sacramento against the Mariners. Dodgers and Marlins are still scoreless. Earlier today, as mentioned, the Giants beat the Cubs 3-1. They take 2 of the series. The Guardians beat the Nationals 8-6. Astros beat the Brewers 9-1. Cardinals shut out the Pirates 5-0. In about an hour or so, the Red Sox and Rangers will get underway. Then after that, the Phillies and the Rays. And then the Yankees and the Padres. You got one job to do, Yankees. Reds and Braves, Orioles and Twins, White Sox, Royals, Tigers, Rockies, and Angels and Blue Jays to complete the Wednesday nightcap in Major League Baseball. And last night, the Edmonton Oilers down 2-0 early to the Golden Knights come back with 4 unanswered to steal Game 1 in Vegas.
Oh, that's going to be a hell of a series.
4-2. Actually, the Oilers scored 3 goals in the third period as they were down 2-1 after 1. Again, like I said, the Oilers spotted them ultimately as Captain Mark Stone had both goals for Vegas, and then the Oilers said, "Hold my Molson Ice," and Steph knows.
That question was asked too. That's been hitting a lot of us.
Here's the thing. Steph has embraced that. He knows that his time is coming up. He knows that. He's embraced that, and he's just trying to enjoy.
That's why this run is so important. That's why when they went out and got Jimmy, that this run right here,
they're trying to get Steph 5.
Yeah, within Jimmy's contract, I think they're trying to get 5. They know the writing's on the wall. It's almost time. It's that time.
Even if he did snap, he's gone. He's leaving.
Yeah, even if he did, it was. They tried to get rid of him last year. It just didn't work out. So yeah, it's Jonathan Kuminga won't be on the squad any longer. And the A's just got double played.
So tonight on the ice we have Game 2 between the Panthers and Maple Leafs. Toronto leads that. Jimmy's already signed an extension.
Yeah, he's already been paid.
The day he got traded, he signed an extension right then and there with the
Warriors. What, a two-year 120?
I think, yeah, 2-year 120. So for the next 2 seasons, the Warriors will have Jimmy buckets.
Yeah. And don't be shocked if they give him another contract. Because once you get comfortable, you're good.
Yeah.
If Jimmy wants to come back, Jimmy's going to get paid. They'll. If Wardell wants him back, Jimmy will be back. And if Jimmy wants to be back, so.
Brian, how do we feel? The Pacers stole one from Cleveland, but again, Cleveland did not have 3 of their top players. I'm sorry, it stole 2. But Cleveland did not have 3 of their top players. So at the same time, true, still got to play the game. So in one aspect, you feel bad for the Cavs, but the second aspect, you have to give Indiana credit because they went there. They did one job. They got the one game, but they got greedy, and now they stole.
Got greedy, just like I want the Dubs to get greedy.
And now you come back. People don't understand how great of a fan base Indiana is.
Oh,
okay. Yes. When they used to play at Old Market Square Arena, that arena would get loud. Now, it still gets loud inside the fieldhouse, but obviously the arena is much more bigger. But that fan base can get very, very loud in that arena.
Yes.
Well, Michael, it was kind of surreal seeing him leave Miami because me and Mizzle know.
I was mad when he left Philly.
Because me and Mizzle know that heat culture is real.
It's fucking real.
Now I will say, it sucks because we really never got to see full-fledged Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero together in the playoffs, and who knows what could have that been. Mm-hmm. But here's one thing I know about Pat Riley. Pat Riley drives his players hard because he did that with the Showtime Lakers. Practiced them real hard. Yeah. Riles knows what it takes to win because he's done it multiple times as a head coach, as a GM / president. So he knows what it takes. And I don't know where the disconnect happened, which sucks because I enjoyed watching the Heat because of what Jimmy does, and plus I know there's a lot of things to do in South Beach, but I mean when he would go on the runs, we would always say don't count out Miami because they can do some things. Now,
even when they got to the play-in, I'm like, well, they did what they need to do. Don't be shocked.
Well, I don't know who's going to force. I don't know who's going to tell Riles to not be the president or in whatever title he has, because practically Pat Riley made the Miami Heat what they are today when he got there after leaving the Knicks.
Yep.
And when he brought Alonzo Mourning to Miami.
Yep.
That was the start of Miami not being a jobber franchise anymore. Even though they had some good players in Grant Long and Ronnie Cycli and Glenn Rice. Yes, folks, Glenn Rice was originally Miami Heat. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, Riles has had a very good run. I don't know. Only thing I say is Miami will retool. Riles will get some. Riles and Mickey Arson will get some people, and Spoelstra's a good coach. Miami will be back. That's the only thing I can think of that they'll be back.
Yep, 100%.
So Game 2, Panthers and Maple Leafs also tonight on the ice. Game 2 between the Stars Game 1 between the Stars and the Jets. That's beginning today. He could very well do that. Still has the best slick back hair in the business, without question.
Brother, question real quick. Did we talk about Greg Popovich?
We did not talk about Pop. No.
Yeah, I think we need to do that.
Well,
we don't have to do. You can finish out what we're doing, but we need to give some time to.
Oh no. El Jefe is now he refers to himself.
As El Jefe. Yeah. What a press conference, right?
Yes, of course. Greg Popovich
just coming off a stroke went up there and just with two of his greatest players, Tim Duncan and Ginobili, walking side by side with him. But what a career!
Yes.
What a fucking career!
And to think, it all started in the Bay Area on Don Nelson's bench.
Yes.
Now, of course, I'm not going to go there with the, well, what if Popovich would have stepped in and been the head coach when Nelly left after the Chris Webber debacle? But that's here nor there.
Well, how many rings? How many rings do the Spurs get with him? 5.
Should have been 6, but yes, 5.
Well, you got to thank Ray Allen for that.
I know. Jesus.
And I blame Pop for that one. He took out his best rebounder.
I know.
If Tim Duncan's in there, they don't get that rebound and doesn't kick out to Ray Allen. I guarantee you Tim Duncan gets that rebound.
I know. And
but anyway.
And we're talking about Tim Duncan 6 for 6 right there with Jordan. I know. But again, Greg Popovich, all-time winningest coach in NBA history, 3rd all-time, I think, in playoff wins, 5 championships as a head coach. People always ask me who would I take, Popovich and Phil Jackson, and my answer has never been. I say I'll take Popovich all day, any day. Yes, Randy, damn right, beat LA any day. Yes,
that's the only time that I will be a Yankee fan.
Yes,
as my godfather chimes in.
But he 3-time coach of the year, 4 times coach of the All-Star game,
Olympic champion,
gold medal Olympics in 2020, gold medal in FIFA. Went to the Hall of Fame. Good Lord.
What can we say about the great Greg Popovich, man?
Yeah,
he's loved by everybody, though. That's just the thing. It's just not by the players and the staff that he has. He's loved around the league. So
22 consecutive years a Greg Popovich coach team made the playoffs. I'm going to say that 22 years.
Well, we don't call them the fundamentals for nothing, right?
No. Okay. From 2016-17 to hold on. Okay, let's go there. Okay, hold on. Okay, so from his first season was the 96. Well, his first full season was the 96 or the 97-98 season. From 97, okay, from 99-2000,
yes,
to 2016-2017. So that's 17-18 seasons. From the 99-2000 season to the 2016-2017 season, the Spurs won 50+ games every single season.
Fundamentals, man.
Which gives him 1,422 wins, which is all time. All right.
Crazy.
I'll just say this. The last year they won the title, which was 2013-2014, they won 62 games. And I'm sorry, 2016-2017, if Kawhi Leonard does not get hurt, that might be one less ring for Wardell and the Warriors. Because that team won 61 games that year. So, yeah.
Consistency.
But people always tell me, why would I take Popovich over Phil Jackson? It's very simple.
He can develop players. Phil Jackson.
That and the fact that every different era of NBA basketball, Greg Popovich adjusted and thrived in it. Phil Jackson would have tried to shove the triangle, which the triangle does not work in today's basketball anymore. It doesn't.
Nope.
It worked for as long as it did. Okay, keep in mind, folks, when Greg Popovich was coaching, the Spurs were not really a three-point shooting team. The game adjusted to three-point shot. Popovich adjusted. What happened? Spurs can make threes. Go back to the 2014 NBA Finals, where it seemed like they couldn't miss from beyond the arc. And yeah, like I said, I mean, look, okay. Not many people have had succession in coaching from the Phil Jackson tree. The Popovich coaching tree?
Successful.
Ridiculous.
Steve Kerr,
Mike Budenholzer, Brent Brown's been a head coach. Becky Hammond, who's doing great. Okay. If Popovich would have left, like maybe stopped coaching maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, Becky Hammond would have been the head coach of the San Antonio Fundamentals. She would have.
See what they did, right? They already signed. They already got their future coach. He was already. Yeah. I think it was already set in motion for him when Pop stepped down. Yeah, because it was done like that the moment that Pop announced
the big fundamental number 21 will eventually be the head coach of the San Antonio Fundamentals. It's going to happen.
You think Tim Duncan is going to be a head coach?
I didn't think Duncan was going to be a part of his staff, but he did. I'm like, oh, because we know Tim Duncan is very quiet, doesn't say much. Doesn't say much at all.
He let his game do talking.
Yes, but again, as we have often have said on this show, the San Antonio Fundamentals is one of the best ran sports organizations
up there with the Steelers
in North American professional sports. They do it right. They always have. The Spurs front office is in great hands.
Yep. And wait, El Jefe's still there, so yeah, they definitely get him.
He's the team. He's the team president.
Yes.
They got Wemby.
Yes.
Then you got De'Aaron Fox.
Yes.
Okay. Heaven forbid if Giannis goes to San Antonio.
Okay. He's gone.
Giannis? Oh yeah, he's leaving Milwaukee. I think it's done. But I'm just saying, you want a Twin Towers Part 2? Put Giannis with Wemby, with Castle and Fox in the backcourt.
Wait. That means I need Steph to win the title this year. Then I need Steph to go ahead and get that fifth one this year. Because if that happens, boy, it's gonna get tough.
Y'all, okay.
It's gonna get tough in the West.
Okay, if y'all thought y'all were annoyed about the Spurs the last 25 plus years, y'all gonna be like, damn it, them again? Yes, them again.
Strong. I know the word is strong. Yeah, I thought he was out too. Good booth review on that one. But I hated Tim Duncan and David Robinson playing the Twin Towers. I hated that. Bro, they were just so good. Just so good. You put Giannis and Wemby, man, I'm done watching basketball.
Two bigs that can stretch the floor by shooting. That's great.
And can run the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But they don't have to because they have the De'Aaron Fox to do that. I'm just telling you, y'all about to be annoyed with the San Antonio Fundamentals again.
Because they're going to play the same style of basketball. Popovich offense is going to be run until, I don't know, I think that until somebody else takes over this franchise, I think the spirit of Popovich is going to be running through this organization forever. They don't quit.
No.
They don't quit. They run the same thing. They don't change nothing. We're going to run it. It's going to work. We're going to wear them down.
Andrew, yes, I can. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes.
Do you think the Warriors can win 2 games without Curry? Yes. Yes.
Well, they practically won 1 because they played the rest of the game without him.
Which they were. I think they were down. They were down by what, 2 or 3 when he went out,
and then they went on that. And then they went on that run.
Yeah. So, and the Mariners have tied the game.
Yeah. Leody Taveras, who just was DFA'd for assignment by the Rangers, and the Mariners pick him up, ties the game.
Hell, Andrew.
He played slap ball with that.
You have to remember, Jimmy Butler has played a great playoff series so far, but we ain't had a 30-point Jimmy game. And I think this is the game 2 will be the game that he gets it. Oops, sorry, Dub. I didn't know you was on it too.
He said, well, I mean, yeah, it's going to be, but again.
Like I said, either it's going to be the Warriors will find a way to win maybe by like 2 or 3, or they're going to get blown out. That's how game 2 is going to go tomorrow.
But again, the important thing is you wanted to go there and get one. They got that one.
Exactly.
They got that one.
Yeah.
They got that one. So now, like I said, at worst, you come back down. You come back tied 1-1. If you would have... No, but he didn't play good Tuesday. But again, tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day.
They still won. You forget about what game 1's about, and you focus on game 2. Yeah, they didn't have a good game. You know, so
got hit on the hand. Oh, that's not good.
But he was not really needed per se, Andrew. I mean, I know we're looking at the negatives right now, but they still won.
He slid into his hand. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not supposed to have been like that.
And so we're moving on. Now, he did not, but they won. We're not looking at the negatives. We're going to look on the game 2. They got the W, no matter how it looks, right?
They won. As Herm Edwards says, you play to win the game.
Hello. And then they won.
Yeah.
And do you think Post will have another 0 game? I don't think not. I think not.
Same with Moody.
Agreed.
And again, they did. I think they know this.
They held them to under 90 points.
Yeah, they held them to 88 points.
Good without Curry. Oh, they busted it open now.
Oh, yeah.
The Mariners
have taken the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, they were down 5-0. Oh, God. They've completely erased the lead. My goodness.
But they did step up. Buddy Hield has been playing some good defense. We know Jimmy can play some good defense. Draymond's going to play good defense. Hell, even Looney was playing good defense.
Okay, wait a minute. Well, okay. For people that were saying Jimmy's struggled, the man was 3 assists shy of a triple-double. The man had 20, 11, and 8. What more does he need to do? Clay was not traded. He left as a free agent.
Yes.
But Clay wanted to leave. Clay was not happy. Now, I'm sure now, looking at it now, I'm pretty sure Clay's like, what was I thinking? Because he thought he was going to a better situation in Dallas, and then...
Well, he didn't know that Luka was going to get traded.
Nobody knew.
Luka was there. Kyrie was there. Hell, shit. Yeah, nobody. Damn right. I didn't even see that happening.
Yeah. Clay's like, I left Steph for this. As they say, sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side. And
in this case, it's greener for Jimmy.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But I mean, we will see. We will see what happens. But yes, I
think it's going to be competitive. I think that, of course, the Wolves are going to come out and try to give you the best ball because they do not want to come to the Bay Area down 0-2. If Ant-Man's going to get his, let him get his, but just make sure nobody else gets the same matches, that same energy. I think GP2 is going to have a good game. I think he's going to have, because they're leaving him open. He's going to make those shots. If he continues to make those wide open shots or get those little.
Yeet.
Miss Jody chimes in.
Andrew, yes, we do expect the Timberwolves to be better because Anthony is not going to shoot 9 of 22.
No.
You expect the Timberwolves to come out and play desperation basketball to try to even the series, getting back to the Bay Area.
Yeah, like I said, either the Warriors find a way to win by 2, close game, maybe last minute second shot, something like that, or they're going to completely get blown out. That's just, if you've been watching the Warriors long enough, you know that how they play. So, but I see competitive basketball tomorrow,
without question.
And we got the Knicks and Celtics tonight with who else?
Knicks, Celtics, and then game 2 of Nuggets and OKC.
Oh man, yeah, oof.
Well, Andrew, we won't know until game 2 is played. I mean, yes, they will miss him, but how significant it will be, we won't know until game 2 is played.
Yeah, that's some foreshadowing. Can't foreshadow that.
Miss Jody, what did you notice?
That we're doing a day show. Oh, okay.
About the Warriors, okay?
Do explain. I think Post and Santos go to the same barber. Wow. Wow. It could be.
It could be.
Or they dial something up, they prepare, and they come out and find a way to win the game. We don't know. That's why you step out there and you play the game.
Yeah. Like I said,
how the outcome is going to be.
The one mission they needed to do, they got accomplished. They got one.
But I'll take them being greedy, though.
Yeah. Well, it's the playoffs. Every game's going to be a dogfight.
Yes.
Or you should expect it to be a dogfight because it's the playoffs. It's win or go home. Darker hair to match their darker jerseys.
Interesting.
That is. But just to give you a quick recap of what's gone on so far, we talked about the great Greg Popovich and his career.
Excellent career.
Yes. No shame. That was just Jimmy being Jimmy. If you haven't seen the dynamic between Buddy Hield and Jimmy Butler, you wouldn't understand unless you know.
This is legendary. I love it.
But I
mean, Jimmy better win a ring this year because he's too far of a player to transition to a ring chasing journey, man, like Russ and Harden. That's a hard thing to say because Jimmy has made it to the finals without joining. He had his opportunities. He just ran across some good teams.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll say it like this: when they got to the finals in 2020, unfortunately for Miami, they didn't have Goran Dragic. That was a big. That was a big.
That was huge because he was playing pretty damn good.
Dragon was playing some damn good basketball in that bubble along with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And then he gets hurt, and he's not available for the finals. I go back to 2023. Tyler Hero gets hurt in the first round. It's not there for that run to the finals. Who knows what happens if Tyler Hero's there? So Jimmy has had 2 opportunities, but his second compliment to him per se. Now, I mean, yeah, Bam out of eye, but I mean, Bam is more known for rebounds and defense, not necessarily scoring. I mean, any bonus you got in him scoring is a bonus. But to have a legitimate score to compliment Jimmy Butler, they weren't there. Now, in this case, he's Robin, Wardell's Batman, and now Batman gets hurt, so now he has to transition into Nightwing.
Mm-hmm.
But in this particular case, he doesn't have to do it because he has a defensive leader in Draymond Green, who's the quarterback of the defense, who can play point forward when he needs to. Not to mention he knows because he knows that Pachinski and Buddy can go off at any time. Same thing with Moody. So,
and if Kuminga can get out of whatever's in his head, he can be a good asset.
Jimmy, for the first time in a long time, is really around a full-fledged team. Not saying that Miami was not, but
he doesn't have to do everything, as I said earlier.
Yes.
It's not on his shoulders as it was when he played in Miami.
He doesn't have to carry the whole load.
Yes. All he has to do is continue to do what he's doing. When he drives the ball, he's not going to really to try to score. He's looking to set his team up. So continue to do that. I think they'll be fine. They'll be competitive in this game. I don't think it'll be a blowout. They might lose maybe by 8, if say the worst. I think they'll be prepared.
Yes. Which, by the way, you can catch both hockey games on ESPN. You can catch the Knicks and the Celtics and the Nuggets and Thunder, beg your pardon, on TNT / Max or True TV. Just so you know, even though the Celtics blew a 20-point lead loss, they're still giving the Celtics minus 10.5 tonight. Same with OKC, despite the fact that OKC didn't hit their free throws. But this is how wild the playoffs have been, folks. For the first time ever, all 4 road teams won game 1 in the second round. That has never happened in NBA history. Wild. I love it. Wild. But, however, thank you guys for hanging out with us on this early afternoon edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Don't get those often.
Don't get those very often indeed. But we will be back with you on Friday night for another edition, and we will talk about what happens right then and there in the world of sports with playoffs going on with the NBA, NHL, of course, baseball, getting ready to hit the full-fledged summer. OTAs going on in the NFL, UFL getting ready towards the playoffs, same with the A7FL. So hang out with us to get your info and just have some good sports talk here on the Mizzle Dub Show as the super dope beat maker will take us home. Don't forget, get your merch at the mizzleanddubshow.myshopify.com, where you can find all types of stuff, 17KD gear, other side of the ball gear, Ace NFL gear, and of course, Mizzle and Dub gear, all there. Michael, that's a good question. I don't know. So, they might. I'm not sure. And hopefully, SGA will finally get it because he should have got it last year.
Well deserved.
He gets it this year,
I'm
bro.
calling it. He gets it.
All right. Well, on that case, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm going to take a quick nap because I got to be back here in an hour and a half to host the other side of the ball of the A7FL. So, with that, folks, it's 5 o'clock some damn where, and you've been watching number 337 of the Mizzle Dub Show, and yeet! See y'all in an hour and a half for the other side of the ball in the A7FL.
Indeed.